to the cloud, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Now I'm going to share.
You know what I saw on the video that I put on, that I edited of our talking about one of these paintings, is that the shared screen stays in the big window, and then you and I are on the side in two little windows. So that's how that worked out. All right. So let's talk about this painting, Catherine.
Yeah, nice colors.
Yeah.
I like this right here. These colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a horse. In front of a horse.
Uh-huh. Yeah. With a big eye.
That's a nose. Here's the eye up here.
Oh.
It might be something else.
Uh-huh.
Some kind of four-legged. Almost looks like he's flying.
Yeah. Well, the word arise came to me, Catherine, because I was seeing on the right side of the painting. Do you see how it's lighter than the left side?
Yeah.
And so there's that figure that has the yellow background, and it comes down into the green.
Part of the page.
So do you see the yellow in the upper right hand side? Yeah. So there's a figure, that figure there.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's what I'm seeing as a figure that's rising up.
Uh-huh.
It's sort of kind of lifted up or elevated by the brightness of those colors and of that side of the composition.
Uh-huh.
Whereas on the other side, see how kind of darker and heavier it is.
Uh-huh.
You know, you used the word the other day, cooler. So that really is a cool side of the screen of the composition, and the right side is warmer. I liked how you pointed that out. So that warmth and that those colors create a lightness, and so that figure is able to kind of rise or elevate up off the ground. So that's what I was noticing when I thought of the name Arise for the title.
A common dream to be able to levitate. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah, levitation. I was trying to think of that word.
This right here looks like a woman with a beautiful face.
Yeah.
Some kind of
Oh, yeah.
and fancy dress.
Point to the eye of that face, because I'm wondering if you see. Yeah, that's what I see. And then the lips.
I have.
Yeah, there's kind of hair flowing down in the back.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And what's on the back of that figure? It looks like a woman's form. those, see those things jutting out
Yeah,
on her back?
yeah.
They give her a kind of a forward movement a little bit.
Mhm.
I thought you might see one of them as a wing.
It could be. It's very small.
Small, yeah.
I didn't notice these back here. I just was so drawn to her face. I thought she was pretty.
Yeah, there's so much not to notice.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this fellow rising.
At first, I thought it was kind of descending, and that because that bottom part of that figure really looks like a head diving down. But it could be like the roots that have been pulled up off out of that soil that that right beneath it is the sort of
Yeah,
something where it might have been growing or attached.
yeah. I like this head right here.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
The arm. So I'm trying to make sense of the bottom part of that, and I'm just imagining now how it's been uprooted from something that it's been attached to,
Mhm.
and that also lets it uh, rise up.
Mm-hmm. I love these two colors, lavender and blue together.
Mhm. Remember that song "Lavender Blue"?
Yeah.
Dilly
So,
Dilly.
yeah, it's one of my favorite songs.
That the woman on the far right, Catherine, that we were talking about, is really the largest, most prominent figure in the whole composition, and it looks like she's looking over everything else on going across.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder what her relationship is to the figure that's arising.
Oh, look at each other.
They're looking at each other, yeah. They're facing each other. See the stick that's between them?
This.
Yeah. So all I can think of is it's a stick, but
Yeah.
it's kind of coming out of the woman on the right, maybe coming out of either her head or that hair or that head gear.
Mm-hmm.
And that the smaller figure that's arising, looks like it's reaching out towards that rather than towards the woman.
Hmm.
That's sort of the kind of the connection between them, that it's their way of being in contact
Mm-hmm.
or touching one another or communicating with one another.
Mm-hmm. I remember you doing these shapes right here.
Oh yeah,
I like doing. This looks like a duck right here.
yeah, it is a duck.
Yeah.
the one on the top of those three that you're talking about, where it comes up off the top of the painting. Do you see it has an eye and a nose
Oh,
up higher? Just right about there, that's the eye, and the nose is up from there. That's the nose.
okay.
And it looks like a hat, that blue hat. It's sort of
Yes.
slipped off its head. And it looks like it's trying to get over that um, impediment there that is underneath its neck.
Mhm.
See that? Do you see that? No. The thing to the right of that head that we just talked about, right there, that whole figure. And then over, yeah, it's sort of defined by that white line going across
Yeah.
the top of it. Goes all the way over a little further. Not that white line, but the
Oh,
yeah, see how it goes around and down?
yeah.
Yeah, that defines that figure that I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's a white space all around it.
Yeah. And so it looks like it's a barrier to that green figure that's trying to move up to the top of the painting and get over it in some way.
Hmm.
So it's almost like it's facing an obstacle or a barrier. And all the, in a way, all the figures on the left are kind of more contained or alienated or separated from the warmth that's on the right.
Mhm.
Do you see the red on the bottom left? That tall column of red. That looks like that's. Well, what do you make of that, Catherine?
It looks like the back of a fox. Red fox. That's his back right there.
Back of a what?
A red fox.
Oh, a red fox. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It just looks like the back of something.
Uh-huh.
And then, I don't know, that looks like a fox ear.
Yeah. It's really a contrast to everything on that left-hand side of the painting that I was talking about as being cool colors. That's really a warm color, isn't it?
Mhm.
I thought at first it was almost like a fire.
Oh, yeah, because it looks like smoke going up right there, that line. These lines could be.
Uh-huh. But it stands out of all the figures on that left side of the composition. Okay, I'm ready to stop, Catherine.
Okay.